to Friday Night Live. For those of you who may just be tuning in for the first time, my name is Sharon Rogers, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Wells, Maine. And this is my buddy Crash, who is crashed on the back of my chair. I can't really spin him around to say hello. Maybe another time. Anyway, thanks for joining me. I usually come here Friday night at 7:30 just to pop on and do a project with you, maybe get some creativity going for you for the weekend. So tonight I have, we're going to talk about in colors a little bit, because the current in colors, well, one set of them are going to be disappearing soon. So let me just see. Sheila's here. Hi, Sheila. Is Sam around? Crash says hello. Well, he would if he wasn't sleeping. So the in colors, right now we have, let me hold them up for you. The 2024-2026 in colors are, hi Ruth, Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, good color for St. Patrick's Day, which is coming right up, and Summer Splash. So those are our 2024 to 2026 in colors, which means it's 2026. They're going to go bye-bye. They go bye-bye in May if they make it that far. So right now, if you love any of those colors, if you have a particular affinity for any of them, like for instance, Summer Splash, like I don't stock up on retiring things, because as a business-minded demonstrator, it doesn't make sense, because I can't really show it, because I can't sell it. I don't want to show somebody something so beautiful and they're like, oh, I want that color, and then I say, oh, sorry, you can't get it. So I don't stock up. But if I were to stock up on a retiring color, Summer Splash would be mine. I love Summer Splash. So let me know. Comment in the comments here, which one of these 5 is your favorite? Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, or Summer Splash. I would love to know what you guys like. I'm glad you got rain, Ruth. We have not gotten rain. We may be getting some at some point, but it's mostly pretty dry and not a lot of snow in the forecast up here, which is good, because, you know, we've had our share. So in the description of this video, I was talking about how it is really time to start thinking about spring. Y'all know I love winter. I love the snow that's on the ground outside right now, but it's going to be March in just 2 days. And when it hits March, I go, whoop, time for spring. So then I really switch gears in March in my head, because, you know, I love winter, but let's move on to summer and camping. And the only way to get to summer is through spring. So I'm going to turn this down and we're going to get started. And we're going to make a nice springy card tonight. So let me turn this down here. Let me see if I can get it. You might want to look away for a second till I get it right. All right. So I've got my desk here. All right. That looks pretty good. All right, so I'm not sure which color background I'm going to use tonight yet. I don't know. I just didn't decide. I didn't get that far. I got actually all the cardstocks out, so I have choices. You guys can make up the choice for me. I do know what colors I'm going to be stamping with, however. So I thought I would bring out some of the stamps I haven't played with for a while. These debuted in the last catalog, in the current catalog, annual catalog, and that's the Pretty Florals bundle, and just lots of little flowers. There's a coordinating paper, and these aren't retiring. These are carrying on. So this is the Florals in Bloom 12 by 12. I just love these colors. Pretty, pretty, pretty. But you can see that nothing screams spring like some of these florals, right? All right, well, I'm going to take, I think, I'm going to take this piece, which has Secret C in it, which is the 2025-2027 in color. Oh, you are in agreement that you like peach pie. Well, we're going to be using peach pie tonight, so that's good, I guess. I'm just going to be using a little piece of this. Another thing that you can use instead of this would be, let's see if I've got some handy. I know I do because I'm working with it. I'm actually using up a bunch of the stuff. You could use the In Color 6x6 papers as a background too. But I wanted something darker, I think. So I'm gonna stick with that. I could change my mind. I reserve that right. But we're just gonna make like a little garden scene, perhaps. Let's see. Let's see. We're gonna start with. I like these. What are these called? I know it. I know it. What are those things? What are these things? Somebody's got to tell me. Somebody's got to know. I don't know my flowers. I bet Elaine is watching right now and she's screaming at me to tell me what it is. Well, Elaine, I can't hear you, so that's not helping me. Let's see. I'm not sure which I want to do. If I want to do the, let's do the detail first. So I think I'm going to bring in Petunia Pop for these guys. And you know what? I'm going to get another block out. I need to get some more small ones out. Here we go. I'm going to see which is easier for me to do. Outline. And then on top. Or the detail, or the less detailed with this on top. Yeah, I think I like this one better. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it right, and I don't have to get it right. I can just get it close, and that'll be good for me. So let's see here. What are we going to do? Let's do a couple of these. Oh, which one did I say? I'm going to do this one first, right? And you'll notice what I did was I stamped off because I want the detail of this two-step stamping to be darker. So I'm going to try to remember to stamp off before I add one here. All right. And we'll maybe add another one here, a little bit lower. And maybe another. So remember, we kind of like odd numbers here. Let's put one over here. All right. Now let's add in the detail. Ooh, this is far away from me. I'm not going to be able to do this very well, I don't think. Oh, not too bad. So for those of you who may be unfamiliar, this is called two-step stamping because in two steps, and two stamps really, I get a really a nice looking image that's got some shading with it. Ooh, I didn't get that one so well. Probably should have stopped talking. In fact, I'm gonna call a do-over because I can. All right, so in order to two-step stamp, you don't have to stamp off, but it does give a little bit more of a, I'm going to stamp off the edge a little bit there. You can see the difference a little bit more if you stamp off, so you can see the detail. That detail kind of shines through better. All right. And now we'll stop talking. Not so great. Usually I put my head right over the top, but it still looks fine. But if you're a perfectionist, you may not think so. Me, I'm calling it good. So let's clean our stamps now. Let's see what everybody is saying. Anybody? Oh, Linda's on. Hello, Linda. So Linda, my question originally was, of the ink colors that are 2024 to 2026, what's your favorite? Your options are Peach Pie, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, or Summer Splash. As you can see, Ruth and Sheila agree with each other that it is Peach Pie, which we're going to use right now. Now, I could put some peach pie flowers right in here. I could just stamp them right in there somewhere. Or I could stamp them on a piece of scrap and die cut them. So if I were to do that, I'm going to show you cutting them on or putting them on a regular sheet. I do have them die cut already so that I don't have to fiddle with that. So here again, we have the two stamps. And this is Peach Pie. And let's see, we're going to do, I'm going to do it on this side, I think. And then I'm going to come in full strength. Ooh, take my cat hair out. Now I got Peach Pie fingers, but I rescued Crash's cat hair from it. All right, so there we have just this really nice two-tone look here. And we can go ahead and we could add in some greenery now. Now, Shy Shamrock is a very nice spring green. I mean, it's a shamrock, right? So it's meant for March. And but you know, I love Summer Splash, so I'm gonna go with Summer Splash. Does anybody send St. Patrick's Day cards? I mean, I've seen some cute ones made with rainbows and shamrocks. And I have that, oh, what was it called? It's the one with the cookie jar. Maybe it's, oh, sweet jar, sweet thing. I don't know what it's called. I have that set, and so I do have access to shamrocks, but I just don't, I'm not Irish. I don't really get into the whole St. Patrick's Day thing. Last year, I think it was last year, we were traveling on St. Patrick's Day back from Onstage, which was fun. We missed a big parade near our hotel. This year for St. Patrick's Day, my Lucy girl, my dog, is getting spayed. So happy St. Patrick's Day to her. All right, let's see. Let's get back to what we're doing. So I need my stems here. So here's one. I've got my other one right here somewhere, right there. Okay. So the single one goes on these guys. I'm just going to put that right there. All right, and then this one goes on these three right here. Okay, pretty, so springy. Now on this one, I'm going to actually put these in here. And it's okay that the greenery is overlapping a little bit. But for these flowers right here, if I were to stamp them, I'd probably have green going through them. So by die cutting these, all right, this smaller one will go over here. I don't think it really matters, these two little ones. This one's the smaller one, just slightly smaller. And this one goes over here. And that one goes up there. We can put those. Now it looks like there's some dimension here. And in fact, we're going to make more dimension because we're going to put dimensionals on them. I could have gotten a clean look if I had used masking as well. Masking has its place, but I'm typically not somebody who does a lot of masking because it requires me to fussy cut the mask, and it's just so much easier to do this. All right, so there we have that. Okay. All right, we're gonna need, oh, I said I was gonna bring you this. I'm actually, I've been working on some birthday cards for people in March. And I've got a certain layout that I've been following, and I'm pretty much using this layout here, slight modification. So this piece is 3 3/4 inches wide. So I want something that's probably like 2 3/4. I'm gonna try something like 2 3/4 by 3 3/4, which is exactly the measurement of that white piece, except for I'm changing the orientation. So this is gonna go up like that. You know what? I want it to be a little bit less. So I'm gonna go with, let's try 3 1/4. I don't want too much blue peeking out there. All right, so then I have this. So now we need to determine which card base do I put this on. I've only got 3 choices. I've got this one. I've got this one, Petunia Pop. Or I've got this one. What do you guys think? You're gonna have to tell me. So I'll give you your choices again. We have Peach Pie. I'll tell you what I think we should pick afterwards. We have Petunia Pop. And we have Summer Splash. So I've heard from Ruth. What's everybody else think? In the meantime, I'm going to get my paper trimmer out so that I can trim it up to size. Peach pie, peach pie, peach pie. Oh, man. No, you guys, this is the winner. This is the one we should have gone with. But fine. I will do peach pie for you guys. After all, you're my faithful followers. It's the least I can do. I think you're wrong. I think the Summer Splash looks awesome, but okay. I mean, I suppose this is cheerier, though. I mean, it's definitely brighter and cheerier. So let's discuss new in colors. First of all, I need to know, Linda, are you a hobby demonstrator, or are you just a Stampin' Up! Customer / fan? Because that will inform this talk a little bit. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm just gonna put this on just like this. Stampin' Up! Has released, well, you may have seen it. There was kind of this little thing where some demonstrators, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, thought that they could maybe release some information when they weren't really supposed to, and now that it's been released, so everybody knows it now, cat's out of the bag. Stampin' Up! Gives its demonstrators heads up, not usually quite this early. We would have all known in 2 weeks at OnStage, but Stampin' Up! Does let its demonstrators know what's coming, and one of them are the new in colors. And so let's see, there's a hydrangea hue, which is a bluish kind of with a gray, purple gray undertone, I think. I don't know. My onstage bag, though, is that color, so I can't wait to see it. And then there is Peaceful Pine, which, as you can imagine, is a green. And she's not on tonight, but I bet my friend from Texas would love that. Let's see, where should I put the sentiment? I'm going to put the sentiment down just on the peach pie, I think. And I'm going to bring in Simply Said, which is just a sentiment set. I help support friends who were demonstrating many years. Okay, so you're not a demonstrator. So here's some news for you. So Peaceful Pine and Hydrangea Hue. There's one called Golden Glow, which is a warm yellow, which I'm kind of looking forward to that one. Let's see, what am I going to do here? Oh, I'm going to go with Let's Celebrate. We can either celebrate spring or we can celebrate birthday. We can celebrate anything we want. That gives us some flexibility here. So where's my peach pie pad? Because I'm just going to make it pretty subtle on here. So let's see what else it was there. There's a Barely Blush, which it's similar to a color I think that we had before, but I don't know. I'm not really a pink kind of person. There we go. Let's Celebrate. Ooh, I like that. And then there's the fifth one it's actually a color that was around before, Crisp Cantaloupe, and that was around before in 2013 to 2015. I'd seen a sneak peek. Oh, rats. Look at what I did. My orientation is incorrect. You know what that means. Yep, gotta do it again. So, Crisp Cantaloupe was around from 2013 to 2015 as an in color, and it's back. So, it's kind of a nice color. I think you guys like peach pie so much. I think you'll probably like Crisp Cantaloupe because it's kind of got that fallish feel too, because it's kind of orangey yellow. So those are the 5 colors. And Stampin' Up! Has also announced that they are going with a redesign of the ink pads. So instead of having to flip it and slide it, which can be very difficult for some people, they're now going to be the magnetic ones. So if you used to have some Close to My Heart ink pads, I never did, but they were magnetic. It's the same design. So they're going to be slightly longer, I think, than these ones, but they should fit in our holders, or you should be able to make them work. Yeah, so that's coming down. But this year, they're only going to pull out or bring out the in colors, the new in colors in those pads. And then the next year, 2027, that's when a color refresh is supposed to happen. So every 5 years, Stampin' Up! Does a color refresh to make sure that they're still on trend and relevant, so we don't have, old dated colors, because think about it. Like, if we were back in, if we had still the same colors that we had, in the 70s, which Stampin' Up! Wasn't around in the 70s, but just go with me here. Then you'd have those awful orange, brown, and green colors that were, on every appliance and couch and everything. We don't want to go back there, do we? I do not think we do. Did any of you have those colors in your house? I had those colors in my house growing up. Even when I look back, even like I saw a picture come up with one of my dogs, one of my previous dogs, and I had yellowish walls and greenish walls, and I'm like, oh, that looks so dated. So that's why they do refreshes. I'm also glad that they're going back to felt even though sometimes felt, if you don't keep it inked properly, the felt can, you can see some lines and stuff, but these foam pads have caused some difficulty. This one's in pretty good shape, but I was noticing one somewhere. Let's see. No, it's not any of these colors, but sometimes the foam starts breaking down a little bit and gets kind of pocky. And it's a chemical reaction with the, no, not that one either. It's a chemical reaction with the ink and the foam. And that's why we don't have cloud cover, because there was a chemical reaction between the foam and the ink. It didn't happen on the Stampin' Spots of cloud cover. That held its color. So I'm happy that we're going back to a different design. I know some people aren't, but I choose to look on the bright side. Change is inevitable. And in this case, the change is actually going back to almost how it was. We're going back to felt. And felt is no different than what Memento has. That's felt, not foam. And another reason why I'm glad to be going back to felt is all my stamps aren't going to be so yucky, because people smush them into the ink, and then, let's save some ink for the cards. So there's our card. All right. I'm going to confess right now. Avocado. Yes, that's what it was. So I have to confess, I do like the peach pie. I'm pretty sure I would have liked this one too, but it would have definitely had a cooler tone to it. This is definitely sunnier, brighter, and probably will make people happier. So, all right, you guys were right. So let me turn you back here just so we can talk for a second. Now the sound is back, right? All right, apparently there's a little microphone that you can hit when you're turning the camera around, and I must have hit that too. Sorry about that. So I just wanted to let you know that my featured set for my March Clubhouse, I still have sound though, right? Am I back? Because now you guys are still coming in as no sound, but I know that there's a delay. I'm back, right? Somebody tell me if I'm back. Give me a thumbs up or something. I think I'm back with the sound. Okay, good. So the featured bundle is the Cute as a Bug bundle. That was voted on by my customers at my open house for the mini catalog launch. And so that's going to be what we're going to be doing. I've got the designer series paper, and I've stocked up on that. I didn't stock up on the ladybug embellishments early enough, so those aren't going to be part of it. So instead, you'll get a whole pack of the designer series paper, but it's going to be cute. Those bugs are simply adorable. So I think that's going to be a fun clubhouse, and so you'll have until the 10th to sign up for that class if you want to take that class. Or if you are a Clubhouse subscriber, like my friend Ruth in Florida, then that automatically will be withdrawn soon. So, all right, I think that's it, everybody. I am so excited. I am working ahead. I have got my Tune In Tuesday for March 10th done, because I'm leaving on the 11th for Onstage. And so I've got that done. All the directions are even written, and it's uploaded already, so I'm set for that. I'm working on currently my Monday class for my team, and that's a kind of a surprise also for when I'm gone. So I got some surprises in store for you, and I'm going to be coming to you every day during on stage with some little insights, so you can see what's happening at on stage. I can show you some of the new products that I receive, and it'll be lots of fun. So I hope that you will tune in and chime in on whether or not you're as excited as I am about some of the things. So have a great weekend, everybody. I have got a kit together tomorrow in Wells at Veggie Life, and I got a few people coming, and so I'll get ready for that. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Crash, are you going to say goodbye to everybody? Uh, that's all you're going to get. So have a great night, everybody. We will see you soon.